When was the last time you touched someone? Now, I know it's kind of a personal question, but really think about it. In today's world, people are feeling increasingly isolated and lonely.
A new study from Cigna says most Americans feel lonely.
Government studies have found that more than 9 million people in the UK often or always feel lonely.
Loneliness is defined as a feeling of being alone or lacking social connectedness.
So pressing is the issue that this week Britain became the first country in the world to appoint a minister for loneliness.
Pew Research found that the percentage of people living without a spouse or a partner, a relationship many of us would receive touch from on a daily basis, has increased from 39% in 2007 to 42% in 2017. That pervasive loneliness has led to some creative ways for people to feel more connected and, to be frank, to feel more human. One of those ways is a little unconventional: cuddle therapy. Yeah, it's a thing.
In Portland, a studio called Cuddle Up to Me comes fully equipped with rooms, cuddlers, and security cameras to keep both spooner and spoonee safe.
Cuddle expert Will McKay and his trusty lieutenant Madeline Guinazzo read the rules of the road, or mattress in this case.
Practitioners swear by its health benefits of lowering stress and blood pressure and increasing serotonin levels.
Recently, a woman in Arizona claims a session with a certified cuddle therapist took a sexual turn. And for her part, the therapist said it was consensual, and police said no laws were broken. And basically, there's no laws or regulations on the books for cuddle therapy in Arizona. To read more about what happened, read Ann Ryman's story on azcentral.com. And if you're watching this on azcentral.com, thanks for taking a look at the video. That therapist was certified by Cuddleist.com. Cuddleist's website is basically a one-stop shop for everything cuddling. You can find therapists near you, get training to be a cuddler yourself, and even buy some pretty sweet swag. Though I gotta admit, I'm a little disappointed there were no Snuggies offered. I spoke with the co-founder of Cuddleist about cuddle therapy and how the company certifies its therapists, and about what happens if a client has a complaint.
I am Madeline Guinazzo, and I am the co-founder and director of training for Cuddleist.com. We do provide specific training and a protocol, which is intended to provide a safe avenue for clients to receive touch, which is healthy and strictly platonic, and it is intended to increase their sense of self-worth, their sense of comfort, physical, mental, and emotional comfort, and their engagement and connection with others.
For $80 an hour, you can hire someone to cuddle you. There are also group sessions known as cuddle parties.
At the beginning of a session, every practitioner with Cuddleist gives an opening agreement, which is basically this confirmation and affirmation of the commitment to hold to boundaries, to speak up, to communicate if anything is uncomfortable. They commit to that. They have the client commit to doing the same. And then from there, the session becomes really customized to that particular client.
Here are the basic rules. Personal boundaries must be respected, clothes stay on, touch is strictly platonic, drugs and alcohol must not be involved, personal hygiene is important for the cuddler and the client, and the cuddler or client can end the session at any time. Cuddleist does a basic training package that puts trainees through about 30 hours of online classes.
It's all based in communication, boundaries, consent, and demonstrating their understanding of that in a written form.
Certification is a little bit more involved.
Or they've had more experience, they've learned from their experience, they've demonstrated their ability to assert boundaries. We look at feedback forms from clients who've worked with them to see what their clients' experiences have been. And then they do a final exam, which is an approval session where they demonstrate their abilities with another practitioner who's been trained to evaluate them, or they videotape something where another practitioner will watch them interacting with a client and be able to mentor them and give them feedback.
The cuddler who was the subject of the complaint was decertified by Cuddleists.
Having an organization that has standards and a recourse for clients to make complaints and for practitioners to have some accountability is essential. 3 or 4 incidences where I have revoked certification, where I've had to do that. And thankfully, they've all been based on the ability for clients to be able to reach out and to speak up and to say that a violation had happened.
Now, unlike something like massage, which is often regulated at the state level, cuddling isn't. And if that regulation comes, Quasano is okay with it.
And I think with anything, there's this growth process. So if we think of massage therapy 30 years ago, as it was starting out, there's a process that it goes through. Imagine the same thing with talk therapy or any kind of modality. So, I guess baby steps, and these are the kinds of things that when an incident happens that needs to be addressed, that motivates and catalyzes growth and change. So yes, I think there does need to be standards. There does need to be accountability, and as with anything, at its own pace as it grows and evolves. Be a savvy consumer to really, research your options, look at the practitioners, listen to your gut, get some information, and keep trusting yourself and making choices every step of the way.
If cuddling a stranger seems a little awkward to you, and it seems a little awkward to me, don't worry. You can now cuddle a cow on a farm in upstate New York for a mere $75 an hour. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to follow AZ Central on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube.
Is there ever a buffet at the Cuddle Park?
that could
something
make a
worthwhile,
difference, right?
I'll cuddle the buffet.
I only go to parties when there's going to be cheese.